afternoon, some 35 to 45 degrees colder than they should be. Very, very cold air mass all the way back down into the panhandle of Texas and even around the Red River, certainly cooler than normal. So the actual highs, some of these areas not even making it above zero. In fact, the Twin Cities fall in that category, 3 below. That's as good as it got today around Minneapolis, St. Paul. 6 above into Des Moines, and there you can see even down around Oklahoma City, highs only around 45, so certainly some jacket weather there. Heading into the current map, we'll find our area of high pressure keeping things very tranquil and no doubt very cold across this part of the region, nation again for tonight. In the east, it's a rain scenario for the most part. There is some snow, though, eastern Ohio, stretching on into parts of western PA, western New York, on into northern New England. More significant snows, though, can be found with our big system out here. Ample moisture to work with and lots of rain falling. And in some cases, where there's a shallow layer of cold air closer to the surface, falling in the form of freezing rain. And such is the case on into Seattle. First stop, though, will take us on into the north and east. Snow from Cleveland to Erie on up into Buffalo. Snow also heading up toward Watertown and Messina. All this is on the light side. You'll find some rain from around the Cape, around Boston, back down through New York City, Philly. Got a little bit heavier earlier this evening around the Raleigh area, but it is wet along the coast there, no doubt about that. You'll find snow accumulating maybe a couple of inches. Some of these areas maybe along the Ohio Turnpike, extending along maybe Highway 17, Interstate 81, some of the spots that may slicken up just a little bit as we work our way, say, on through tonight. And then on into early Friday, you could find some slick spots in those areas. But other than that, not a bad-looking forecast here, and certainly that snow will be winding down overnight on into tomorrow. Here now is a look at your current map, and out to the west, it's a bigger mess. Here is where we have the freezing rain up around Seattle. Earlier, some freezing rain around the Portland area, but temperatures have since nudged up above the freezing point, over 32 degrees. They're now at 34, and it's changed over to rain. Quileute, though, up around the Olympic Peninsula, 30 degrees and raining heavily, so you know that's freezing on the ground. Problem areas indeed across this area. Higher elevations getting some snow, some areas some heavy snow. Stampede Pass has had some very heavy snows coming down, very persistent throughout the day. And the rain then all the way back down now into southern California. LA will get wet. San Diego, you will probably get wet as we head through tonight into tomorrow. Here again is a look at the rain and snow, and you melt everything down, and we're talking about quite a bit of moisture here, and it continues. Over 3 inches around Newport, Oregon. Stampede Pass, over 2 inches. Olympia, Washington, over an inch, almost an inch and a half there, so quite a bit of precipitation. The very latest radar picture, again, is still showing some rain out there. And again, maybe even a little bit of sleet here north of Seattle. So some very, very tough travel, some glazing on the roads now. Winter storm warnings in effect for parts of this region, certainly into the Cascades. And you're going to find some real, real tough travel. So if you don't have to go out, we would advise you don't. Back to the maps we go. There's a look at your snowfall forecast as we head on into the noon hour on Friday. A quick peek at your western weather, and we'll show you the forecast here as the front swings on through for your Friday morning. On into Friday afternoon, bringing maybe some heavier snows into the Rockies of Colorado. Keep that in mind. Meantime, our area of low pressure still wound up here. A lot of wind with this too, so very blustery, particularly along the coast. And there again is a look at the weather in Southern California. You're going to find a lot of rain from downtown LA back down into San Diego. Intermittent showers perhaps on into San Francisco. Maybe Mother Nature will be kind enough to bring you a few peaks of sunshine, but it's going to be a cool, raw kind of day. And then finally heading into the north and west, we will find some of that freezing rain, finally changing over to some rain in Portland, but that's already happened. But around Seattle you may see that changeover once again into snow.
The Z, SCC's new dealer.
Wintry travel as we head back out to the west. Rain will actually extend all the way down toward LA and San Diego, so keep that in mind. Some slick travel along I-5. You'll find some snowy travel here along the Ohio Turnpike, Highway 17, Interstate 81, just to name a few. Keep that in mind. Lighter amounts here, heavier amounts as you work your way a little further westward. And of course around Seattle, Glazing on the roadway there due to freezing rain. Quileute, same story. Portland, the change over to rain now, but still some very slick spots due to all the icing there. Here's a look at your rainy travel, including around the Atlanta area into the noon hour for Friday. And lots of wind heading out toward parts of Wyoming and Colorado. Coming up next, Paul Emick standing by to give you the very latest on your extended outlook. What's going on right now in the Pacific Northwest may repeat itself Saturday night into Sunday. More freezing rain, more snow, and more details next.